Ellymentry Papercrafting. I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator here in the UK. So today I decided to bring out the Watercolour Shapes stamp set, which I have to confess I haven't used an awful lot, but I thought it deserved an outing. And I'm going to make some very small little notelets. These are quite good for gifts that you can give to somebody, and they can use them for thank you gifts or just little notes to remind people that they're thinking about them, something like that. So that's what I've got in mind for today. So just going to say hello, see what's on my comments. Hillary's here. Hi, Hills. And Anne. Hi, Anne. Thank you very much for coming along, both of you. So what have you two been up to? Anybody been crafting? Anybody been out shopping? What are we up to? Is it today you're going to Blackpool, Hillary? I can't remember. Hello, Jan. Oh, I'm so good you could make it this afternoon. So for the benefit of those, I don't know if Jan's been on before. So Hillary and Anne are sort of long-term crafting friends that I've had for, well, since about 2007, I believe. They live in Britain as well. And Jan is in the USA. And I can't remember what area you're in, Jan. Hello, Val. Thank you very much for joining us today. It's Blackpool tomorrow. Right, I thought it was today. Okay. And Val, I can't remember where you are. I might have asked you before, and I do apologise if I have and I can't remember. Oh, Anne, why did you take the card apart? What was the problem? Hello, Esther. Oh, yeah, hang on. I'll just get them for you. Here you are. All right, there's Ellie's big scissors. Glad you reminded me. So, Jan's from Michigan. Yeah, that's right. Okay. Claire, nice to see you. Jode is watching on the big TV. I'm a star. Oh, good. That's really good that you've all come along to watch this afternoon. Thank you. So what I'm going to make is some tiny little notelets. And let me just show you the size. They're really tiny ones. They're the little 3x3. Okay. So I've made mine in the very vanilla cardstock. So these are not the ones that you can purchase. I know you can purchase little tiny ones. They're usually in white. So I've just cut mine from very vanilla cardstock. And, you know, just cut them 6 inches by 3 inches and then scored right down the middle. Okay, so that's my starting point. So I've decided to use the watercolour shapes, and I'm going to be using the larger circle and the larger square today. So let's get started. I'm actually using quite a lot of stamp sets today because, well, you'll see as we go along that some lent themselves better than others. Okay, so Darlene's joined us. Hi, Darlene. Good to have you. And you're here from Canada, yeah. So, great. So let's get started. So let's bring in my first card. And I'm going to use So Saffron. These are really, really simple little notelets, but when they're all, you know, together, they do look really effective. And even though people tend to email more today, people do still appreciate getting something through the post. Or if you're meeting up with someone, you know, it's nice to give them a little gift. Right, so I'm going to start with this square one. And I'm stamping the shape more towards the bottom of the card. I'm just going to leave like, I don't know, maybe 1/4 of an inch or so, a centimetre at the bottom. Oh, Esther, I've done an Esther. I've made a smudge already. Oh, wow, look at that. Oh, dear. Wonder how that happened. Oh, well, never mind. So I've got 8 little notelets, and I'm going to do 2 of each. Now, I've already done 1 yellow one. I just had a little practice with a yellow one. So I'm just going to clean off my stamp. And I'm bringing in soft sea foam, which is one of my very, very favourites. Okay, so now we've got, I'll bring in 2 more little cards. Always remember when you're stamping, open the card up. You get a much better stamped effect if you lay things flat. So let's pop that one there. I was just going to say these don't have to be dead straight. What I meant to say was they don't have to be in the centre of the card. I didn't literally mean that they didn't have to be straight. That's at quite an angle there, but you know, never mind. We'll pretend that doesn't happen. It's because I'm not looking right over my stamp. So if I bring it down here and try to look over, I might get it a bit straighter at the bottom. So that's my 2 green ones. I do love that soft sea foam. Okay, so I'm going to use now the larger circle. And I'm going to do a balmy blue. Hello, Janice. Lovely to you to come along. Take a break from your busy schedule this afternoon. I know Janice had a long to-do list. So then with this circle, we're going to stamp that one. Again, doesn't have to be central. Sometimes things look better if they are off center. So that's the balmy blue. Clean that one off. And bring in my last 2 cards. Whew, it's always a relief when you think, yes, I counted right, there are 8. Nothing worse, is there, than thinking you've got a certain number and then you go to use it all and actually you haven't. So this is Flirty Flamingo. And we're going to bring that one in. Pop that one there. I do love the effect of these watercolour stamps. So you've got the different shades. There's something on this stamp. So let's bring in the tweezers, because Esther does like the tweezers as well. A little bit there. It's the little bits of fluff from my, sorry about the crash, from my Stampin' Scrub, which shouldn't really happen. So Jan's making toast. Oh, yes, please. I like mine quite lightly toasted, please, Jan. Okay, so the first one I'm going to complete is the blue one. Excuse me. And to do this effect that I was looking for, you do need to find some stamps that are not too dense, stamps that have got quite a good outline. So I chose this one here, the winter tree that's already shed its leaves. It's going to look really good because I'm going to stamp these in sort of like a silhouette style. So I'm going to use the black ink pad, basic black. So Janice is working while she's watching. Good idea. The only thing is, don't start going off on a tangent and copying me when you shouldn't be. Don't get two projects muddled up. Oh, Darlene's eating a Pop-Tart. Wow, haven't seen those for a long time. Right, now I've got some small Post-it notes here, which I'm going to use in case I need to mask anything off, because I can quite easily go off the card. Some of these stamps are bigger than the card, and I don't necessarily want the whole image on there. I've never tried peach jam, Jan, but I'd love to. If you'd like to send some over, I will certainly taste it and give you my opinion. Okay, so over there. Do you buy the peaches, or do they grow in your garden, Jan? So I love that lovely silhouette appearance. And you'll see that I'm stamping some of the image off of the blue circle. It just gives a really nice effect. So yeah, I didn't quite stamp that one, but I don't know whether to attempt to go over it again. Let's see if I can just go over that one. I hope I can get the stamp in the same place. I might be able to. Sorry if I get my head in at this point. Okay, it's not too bad. Not perfect, but hey ho. So now it just needs a little greeting. So I've looked through my stamp sets again and found some small stamps. No garden, pool. Oh yeah, they don't grow in a pool, do they? So I'm going to put thank you on this one. And this thank you comes from the Grassy Grove stamp set. It's a really nice one. And it doesn't really matter where you stamp that, just wherever you think it looks good. So I think I'm going to pop this nearer the bottom and just slightly off the circle to the left there. And then I think I might do this one a little bit different and pop this one more centrally. So they're just a little bit different. So that's my two, balmy blue with the bare winter tree. So with the circle and flirty flamingo, I'm going to use trees again, and these ones are from that Grassy Grove stamp set I just showed you. So I need to use that block again, so I'll just quickly clean that stamp so that I can take it off without getting my hands too dirty. So I'm just going to show Hilary this because I don't think she's seen it. Hilary one time got very inky hands. She said they were really bad because it was removing her stamps from the pads before they were actually cleaned. Well, this is what you do, Hills. You get yourself a stamp and scrub, and this side you spray with a cleaner. You take your stamp, you quickly clean it, you quickly dry it, and then it's clean, and you can peel that off very easily without getting dirty hands. Okay, so that's the secret of stamping quickly. Okay, so with my trees, these trees, I'm going to do these ones on the left hand side just to make it a little bit different. You don't fancy furry bits in your jam, says Janice. Okay, so this one I'm going to put all of the tree on. So I've got some coming off the top of the circle and some coming off the bottom. This looks quite a So it's quite a good effect. That's nice. I think you need to make sure that your black stamp pad is really inked up well when you're doing something with a kind of silhouette style. That's it, they've come out beautifully. I'm really pleased with that one. I'll just clean that stamp off. And then for this one, I've got a small stamp, See the Good. So this one came from, I don't know where that one came from. Bear with me. It's right. I have to find that in a minute because I don't know where that came from. If anybody can help me with that. Got so many. Oh, here it is. It's right in front of me. It's from the Grassy Grove. I hadn't put that on the pile, so that's why I couldn't find it. Hello, Ruth. Nice of you to join us. Good to see you. So I'm just making a little set of notelets, so 3x3. And I'm just putting this one in the bottom left. I thought See the Good would be really nice with these trees. So see the goodness of nature. And again here. So that's the two Flirty Flamingo ones. I couldn't find the pile of cards that I'd done then. Okay, so with the green one, I'll tell you what, we'll do the yellow one next. The yellow one, I've used the this stamp from Grassy Grove. This is a really pretty one. It's this one here. And I'm going to take my Post-it note and pop it right down the centre here, because this stamp is longer than my card and I don't want it to go on the back there. So let's just pop that on, get my stamp inked up really well. So I'm going to position this so that the end of the stamp here is level with the end here, and it will go over a bit, and that's why I've put the Post-it note there. So then we're going to pop this down and get that one posted. I really like this stamp. It's really gorgeous. And then I will do a little, this one says just a little hi from me. Pop that up in the corner there. Oh, and that got completely stuck. Okay, so that's, I've already done one yellow one, so that's two ready over there. And then the last one, this is a little bit different because I had to get this lined up really well. And the best thing to use if you want something to be perfectly lined up is to use the stamparatus. So it's a stamp positioning tool, and if you've not seen one of these before, this one's really good because the way it's hinged, you can actually turn it round and over this way. You can turn it all round. You can use it here, you can use it there. You can put things exactly where you want them to be and then stamp it, because I want the bird, and I want the bird sitting on this It's just a little bit of a twig really, but I'm making it look like a branch for my purpose today. So if I stamp the bird and then turn this over, I can then stamp the branch and it should look as if the bird's sitting on the branch. So I'm popping my card in and I set it all up so that if I go 4 lines up and butt this right up to the edge here, pop my magnet on, and this is from Free as a Bird, this particular stamp. And if you put the stamp set underneath the plate here, it will keep it flat so that you can ink up the bird. Oh, so I've forgotten to look at the comments. Hilary says, are you making a box? I'm not going to do that today, but I thought I would make something to put them in next week. Okay, otherwise it makes it a little bit too long today. So the bird goes there. And the good thing about the stamparatus is if that hadn't stamped properly, I could have re-inked it and done it again and it would have been in exactly the same place. So I'm going to stamp the other bird while I've got the plates up this way. Sorry, stamp the other card. It's the same bird. So when you're doing this kind of silhouette stamping, I find it's a really good idea to use stamps that are more open, not too dense. I find the ones that are a bit dense don't seem to give such a good image against the background. So let's grab my stamp pad again. Keep your fingers crossed that this does actually come beneath the bird's foot or feet. Yeah, he's got a leaf across his foot, but it's all right. He is on the branch. He's not above or below it, so that's quite good. So take that one out and pop this one in. And re-ink my little branch. Hello, Jocelyn. Is this your first time here? I don't remember seeing your name before. If it is, welcome. Please welcome Jocelyn, everybody. So Hillary's asked a question. Okay, it's a good question. How do you clean the stamp when it's in the stamparatus? Yep. So what I do is I've also got another Stampin' Up item here. Sorry if my voice is muffled. I turned round to take this out of the bowl that I've got it just soaking in. So this is what we call our chamois, stamping chamois, and it's like it's got the feel of a chamois leather, so it has no like fibre on it. It's no bits. It's completely smooth, and you can use this just to clean off your stamps like so, and it can also clean off the actual door or window or plate, whatever you like to call it. Let's take it right off. You can hear it squeaking, and if you've ever used a chamois leather on a car or something, you'll know that that's what it does, because there's such a flat, clean surface to it. You don't leave any fibre on it. Now it does stain it, and even when you wash it, that doesn't come out, but it doesn't transfer. it's locked in there somehow. But I just, when I finished using it, I just put it in the bowl of water behind me to soak for a little bit, and I find that stops it getting very, very dirty, very, very stained. So that's my 2 green ones done there. So let's take my bird and the little bow off and pop that off. This is really good. There's 2 magnets that come with this, but they advise you never to use the 2 together because they're very, very strong, and you know, you think you've got them a long way apart, but actually they can crash together really, really easily, and then they can shatter. So they say don't use 2 at the same time, but there you go. Yeah, baby wipes do leave fibres. That's why the sham is really good, because there's no fibres on it. So I'm just going to pop that back in there so that I know where it is, because I'm very good at taking stamps out and then leaving them somewhere, and I can't remember which set they go in. So from this set, I'm going to use this Thanks for Being You. And I thought that was quite a nice one to put with the bird because, you know, well, thanks for being you, little birdies. We love birds, don't we? We love to have birds. They're so sweet and just lovely to watch. So this one, I think I might offset this one over here. No, actually, to balance with his tail, I think it needs to go up here, more over to the right. Now, I pressed a little bit too hard on that, so it's got a bit of an underline on it, but never mind, we won't worry about that. Now, there was something else I did add at the last minute on one of my others. So the first one of these I made was this one. And I added the 2 little birds like that. I thought that would just finish it off. So cute. Well, 3 little birds. So cute. And this is from the Mountain Air stamp set, which is really gorgeous. I don't do enough with this one. It's got lovely dies to go with it, so I must have another play with this one and show you some of the things that can do. So with this little bird, or 3 little birds, I'm just going to pop that one there. I'm not going to add it to this one because we've already got bird on there. I don't think we need 3 little birds there, except when they poop in the pool. Yeah, we don't love them quite so much then, do we? So I think we'll have some birds on this one. That would look quite nice. I think I'll do these half on and half off. They just add a little something, something, don't they, those little birds? I do think they look cute. And then we've got our bare winter tree here. There. Oh yeah, oh, it's horrible when they poop on the washing. I agree with you there. Okay, so that's my 8 little cards that are all, you know, the 4 designs are similar, but not exactly the same. But I think you'll agree they're all very cute. Oh yeah, I know, Jan, that some areas they don't allow you to put your washing out, do they? Where my friend lives in McKinney, they're not allowed to hang washing out. Okay, so now you might be thinking, so where do I get an envelope to fit these? I I'm not sure if they still do them, but I know Stampin' Up used to do these mini envelopes to fit a 3x3 inch card. If they do still do them, then great, but they are in white. So as I've used Very Vanilla, I quite liked, you know, to have a Very Vanilla envelope. Thank you, Ruth. So I've taken some 120 GSM paper that I've got, which is very close to the Very Vanilla. And I'll just show you how you can actually make your own envelopes to fit these. So if you've got one of these, which is the Stampin' Up envelope punch board, then it tells you how to make them and what size paper you need and where to score and punch. Okay, but unfortunately these are retired, so there's no point in me showing you how to use this because you can't go out and buy one. So I'm going to show you how you can actually make an envelope without a scoreboard or a punch machine or anything. So what you do is, to get the actual size of the paper you require, you take your card and a ruler. Oh, and after it's crashed, just take your ruler and measure across from corner to corner and see what it measures. And this one is about 4 1/4. So you add to that measurement another inch. Incidentally, if you're using centimeters, then you would measure it and add 2.5 centimeters. Okay, so I'm an inch girl, so 4 1/4 plus an inch is 5 1/4. So you take a piece of paper that measures 5 1/4 inches square, and then I find it easier to work this out if I place it on my grid paper like so, with all the points on a line, and I find it easier to find the central point to put this in. Now, if you're really particular and you want this to be bang on exact, you would measure all of these and they would measure 1/2 inch each. But I'm just going to do it by eye. You can actually see the grid paper through this, so you know you can sort of move it about and get it pretty accurate, but don't, you know, really don't knock yourself out over it. And then let me just look at the comments. So Hilary says, I've got a, oh, we are memory keepers. Yeah, they're exactly the same, just different name. Oh, hi Shirley, sorry I didn't see you come on. Thanks for coming along. So all we're going to do now is make a score mark beside this. Now I've made this deliberately about 1/4 inch bigger than the card. So if you just move your ruler over to about 1/8 inch away from the edge, like so, bring up your edge and just fold it over. So that's like scoring, okay? But to save using another piece of equipment that you can't buy anymore, move your ruler over about 1/8 inch and bring it up like so. And then you can do the same at the top. That might be a bit more than 1/8 inch, but I'm not going to worry about it. So if I put my finger there, bring that up, make a little mark about 1/8 inch, and bring that up. Okay, so now I've got somewhere to fold, and if I could find my bone folder, I could give this a really good crease. Here we go, like so. But you know, if you've got a scoreboard or a punch board or anything that makes envelopes, then obviously go ahead and use that, it'll be easier. But you know, if you haven't got one and you don't want to go out and buy one, then you can do this. And this works with any card, any size. But the only problem is when you use bigger cards, you will need a very large piece of paper, which you might not have. Oh, hello, Wendy. Thanks for coming along. I know you weren't too good earlier. You'd gone to have a lie down. I really appreciate you coming along. Hope you're feeling better. Now, to make the corners of the envelope neater, if you just take your snips and start about 1/4 of an inch away from that score line, and then gently angle it in towards the intersection there, this will create neater corners. So I go all the way round from this side, 2, 3, 4, and then I turn it over and I do the same again here. For those who don't know, Wendy unfortunately has been suffering from COVID for the last week, along with the rest of her family. And that's the last one there. Okay. So let's pop that up. Put my scissors away. I shall say in a minute, I can't find my scissors. So then if we bring our card back in, you should see that if you fold those over and like that, the envelope fits your card. So then I just like to use my wet glue, but you use your your glue of choice, adhesive of choice. And then if you just pop a little bit of glue on that corner and that corner and pop them over. Hold it in the middle to get that glue to stick together, and just put a little bit along here. Not too much because you don't want it to ooze out of the sides. Pop that up, and then you have an envelope that fits perfectly to your project. And there we are. By just making it that 1/4 of an inch bigger all round, it slides in and out really easily. Now when you come to, if you're giving these as a gift, what I would do is get some tear and tape or double-sided tape, whatever you call it, and just put a piece along here and here, but leave the backing on. Don't take the backing off. And then whoever you give this to can just peel the backing off and seal it down when they send it. Okay, so that's my little set of notelets. Let's just pop them all out. Let's see what they look like. So I think they look quite cute. And I've just realised that earlier on, when I was looking at stamps I might use, I did get out the sunflower stamp thinking that I might use that. But obviously I decided to use a different one. So yeah, the option's there to use a sunflower or anything else that you think would stamp nicely as a silhouette with the black on the colour. So next week I will come back and I'll show you how to make a little, I'm not sure whether it'll be a box or a little wallet type thing. I'll be making something anyway to gift these in. Oh, excuse me. So thanks again everybody for watching, and if anyone would like to purchase any Stampin' Up products, I will add a link to the current digital catalogues in the description box below, and also a link to my online store. So please remember to give me a thumbs up, and if you've not already subscribed, then just click that subscribe now button in the bottom left hand corner of the video. and share this with your friends, please. So thanks again once more, and I'll see you all next week. Bye-bye for now.